Lead off with you.
Let's go, Chris.
So with the new season, is there anything you guys are most excited about for people to see?
There's a lot of really cool stuff coming up. We've got a drag race. That's a nice little teaser.
Yeah, there's some cool items. I think some of the people coming in, I'm excited for people to see. It's just crazy. Just crazy.
I mean, what continues to be one of the biggest challenges you face? Like even working on the show now that it's into season 4.
Challenge? Finding interesting stuff. That's always a challenge because there's stuff that we want to see come through the doors, but nobody wants to part with. So it's like come on. Dig out,
but it's on the flip. Oh yeah.
No, that would be fine. We could deal with that. And sometimes we just don't come to an accord with people. It happens. It happens in real life, and it happens in the unscripted, day to day. But the one thing that I really want to just do is get stuff out there and show people how cool this is. You've got. We touched on like the $6 Million Man action figure.
Yeah, if we could show all of them though. We
could get a Maskatron or a Bigfoot. That would be cool. I would love to see someone just bring in their collection and be like, here, this is what we have. And I have a whole host of other stuff. Like Big Jim, Big Jim was an action figure in the 70s, and he had like his pack, and there were a bunch of guys in there that were like so cool. You had the whip, Dr. Steel, who had a steel hand, like that's cool.
Yeah, I remember Kevin had that. I was digging through storage. I find this like big camper. It says Big Jim on it. I'm like, what the hell is this? And he was like, dude, that's Big Jim. He had a dojo, like all this, like he was.
Oh yeah,
it was cool.
Got to see the teaser clip for the upcoming season. Yeah. How'd you guys find the guy with the Batcave? Like,
no, that was last year.
Oh,
yeah, that was last year. They ran it for this clip though. He came in. He's like, I got this Batcave. I want you guys to check it out. And I'm like, all right. Oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, all right. Like everyone comes in, they say, yeah, I have a cool basement, right? But this guy actually had a freaking Batcave.
Most people invite you down to your basement. You're not leaving.
This guy actually had a freaking like a real Batcave.
Hey, Ming, does this rag smell like?
Let me smell that. Like, yeah.
Do you guys enjoy doing more stuff outside of the store, or like?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We get to. I love to travel. We do. We actually just to tease a little cosplay this year.
Okay.
Actually, twice, don't we? Actually,
yes.
all four of us.
All four of us, yeah.
Yes.
Shockingly.
So, is there anything that didn't make the cut that you would have liked to see in an episode that kind of, they were like, oh, that's not going to work?
Yeah, due to, there are things that are just so dense, and there's no fun in them. But they're educational, but you want the fun. One of them is a book, Seduction of the Innocent, and it was just such a big chunk of we have to get people up to speed for this. And to do that effectively, it'd take like 2 segments long, which we weren't willing to do. Cut out one item for another, so that probably won't make it because it's just there's so much you need to know.
Yeah, I don't know if there's one specific item that I remember, but pretty much maybe 80% of the things Brian says can't be aired.
Yeah, I mean, even the answer.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of the things.
Actually, up that it's probably about 90% of the stuff he says can't be aired.
The one thing that I wish we could get on DVD, I wish we could like do a DVD extras. Brian and I did a banter topic about our time in prison and what we did to get there. And
like hypothetically or real?
No, you don't remember that one?
No, I don't know if I was there.
Yeah, you were there.
You were in prison?
Brian and I were talking about the time we were in prison and the nursing home fiasco that got us there. And it was just us riffing, just like playing off each other and trying to be as heinous as possible. And Brian like upped it, and then I'd up it, and he'd up it, and then I'd up it. And it was really bad towards the end, and it will never, I mean, it's Hitler-esque in its horribleness, but I hope that somewhere, someday, it sees, like on a DVD,
somewhere,
somebody burned it.
Yeah.
Yeah, That would be
we could get a
awesome.
hold of that footage. But
I
yeah,
would probably be called to The Hague and tried for crimes against humanity just for uttering the words. So.
Especially today when you say.
Oh my God, James.
Is there anything that is off limits? Like we can't go.
There's stuff. No, we say it, but they never use it.
They're like, no, we can't go.
No, we had-
yeah, there's actually a lot. They have people watching.
One of our banter topics, and I can say this because it'll never be used, and we've tried to get it in a couple times, was if you could go back in time and kill Hitler as a baby, but you had to do it with your bare hands and you couldn't use a weapon, how would you do it? And could you do it? And you couldn't.
No,
you couldn't.
No, I don't think I could. I think I'd kill a child. No.
And my answer was I
yeah.
wanted to kill his entire family, so there was no chance of it.
Yeah, he's
and they're
a
like,
little-
"Wow, you're
a
a
little more ruthless
bloodthirsty
than I am.
scumbag,
You're
aren't
going for
you?"
it.
So yeah, I was like, "Hell yeah, you wipe out the entire bloodline." And yeah, they thought that was a little too over the top for just a banter topic.
Yeah, I think during the first season I wore a costume. It was called the Price My Costume. If you watch that episode.
Oh my God,
And they
that's
they
right.
insisted that my nipples be covered. They're like, whoa, that's too far. Like, let's cover. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I just watched an episode of Breaking Bad where the dude slices the dude's throat and blood goes everywhere. Like, all right, whatever. All right, well,
You just want your nipples getting out there.
they're very
Come
nice.
on.
They're very nice, actually.
Because you're too sexy.
It might be.
The Asian
It might have been.
Justin Bieber.
Yes, exactly.
Can you get that up on your site? The little picture of
Yeah.
Ming and Asian Justin Bieber.
Absolutely.
It will.
Yeah, we thought that was a weird directive from, I don't know who that came down from, but yeah.
From the nippleless wonder.
Yeah, no nipples. So,
Joel Schumacher.
yeah, maybe it's Joel Schumacher. He learned his lesson.
So, if you guys get renewed for season 5, is there anything like you're really hoping to do outside of the store?
Oh, hell yeah.
You got
Oh,
some
hell
big
yeah.
ideas?
I've got some stuff I want to do. Yeah, actually, you know what?
What
We've
do you
got an invitation to Alice Cooper's house. That would be awesome. There's a guy who's got the world's largest Batman collection in Indianapolis. People have been getting in touch with us and like, hey, you got to come to my house. I'm like, seriously, again?
What's the strangest request you've gotten for that?
Actually, the strangest request I've gotten is I was asked to perform a marriage ceremony, and I'm going to do it in Atlanta, Walker Stalker.
He got ordained.
So I got ordained.
Got ordained.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting.
Kevin?
Yep, yeah. Kevin's been ordained for 5 or 6 years now, so.
So
Do
I
it over
just,
Skype at first?
Yeah, he used to perform marriages for money, where we had a place in LA, people would come out. He's married quite a few people.
That's awesome.
it's no longer legal, but still.
I would love to go to like a celebration, or San Diego would be awesome.
I did. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Oh,
I'm ordained by the Universal Life
Wow.
Church.
nice.
And so, yeah, I'm going to be doing that in October, at the end of October.
Excited?
No, wait a minute, at the end of this week.
Yeah,
So,
you are.
I'm thinking. Ming's going to jump out of the wedding cake.
Yeah.
Nipples covered.
Yes, nipples covered, but
It's going to be tasteful, you know.
You could go around and marry anyone you want.
Anyone I want, whether they want me to or not.
Get married.
You guys are married.
You saw the call.
You guys are married.
Card says it's legal, I guess. All right, I guess we're hedged.
I'll spare you.
Yes.
Kevin was talking about, never know season to season when you're going to get picked up. Do you ever find that kind of loosens you guys up to like what you want to do?
To be honest with you,
it gets tougher.
it actually gets his hopes up. There will be canceled Walt Flanagan's. That like, oh, maybe I won't have to deal with these people again. But they always come up and like, hey, you guys
guess what? We're going again.
He's like,
oh,
fuck. So I hear that a lot, and I'm like, yay! And Ming gets people to pray for him.
Yeah. Oh,
Finds
man,
the most religious people, like old ladies. Can you pray for
Could
me
you
to get a
pray
season
for another
5?
season, please? Like,
And they go, they light candles. It's a thing.
hey, it's worked out so far.
Yeah.
I do. I like to do this forever. I would.
The
Yeah.
conclusion of the show, whenever that may be,
Hopefully, let's say season
far
10.
in the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
20.
Will you guys stay working together, or will you go separate ways and do different ventures?
How tired are you guys of each other?
You gotta
no,
love
we
these
better.
guys. No, not really.
We better together this long. It's
Yeah.
not, it's old. It's like
Yeah.
an old married couple now.
Yeah.
Or
And
married.
there's a certain amount of comfort to knowing that I'll see this guy and those guys at least 5 times a week.
Yeah.
So, and not on TV.
I didn't mean to cut you off. It's not, that's not, you guys are lucky to have that.
Oh my God, you have no idea how often I think that people, Kevin, I think I applaud him for his words, go out there and live your passion, but there's a certain amount of luck that went along with this. Because I mean, there's a lot of people out there who have probably as much knowledge as I do in the comic book biz, about characters, who can, talk to people, but I mean, how many of them know Kevin Smith and have him say, "Hey, you're going to be on TV"?
Give yourself some credit. Not all of them are as good looking or as charismatic as you are.
That's true, but it's an old married couple, right?
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Ming.
Just give yourself some credit. Give
All
yourself
right,
some credit, bro.
but there's a certain amount of luck in this world, and I think that a lot of us make our own luck. I haven't said this in a very long time, but I used to say it all the time. Luck is merely unexpended energy looking for a willing vessel. So you open yourself up to whatever plan the universe has for you, it's going to come true. So
I mean, do you think a lot of that camaraderie is what resonates well with viewers too?
I would think
comic
so.
book fans, obviously, they're
Right.
gonna watch the show and be fans of it, but I think like that camaraderie between everybody brings in almost like another demographic.
we do. We've got a lot of crossover people who maybe do tune in after The Talking Dead or The Walking Dead and say, hey, these guys, you know what, there's, no matter how heinous Brian rides his ass,
He does it out of love.
but you can feel that there is friendship there. He doesn't go for the jugular, and there are times when Ming does just come on right here, and Brian doesn't take the bait.
Well, it's funny because they always talk about there's very little like bro shows on, like there are man shows.
Yeah.
That's what, they would say, Sons of Anarchy, that
Sure.
you guys prove that, like different network, it's not like a dying breed.
Right. You're not going to say like 2.5 Men either, are you?
Yeah.
Thank God. Okay.
Not going there.
No. You know what? I got to be honest. I'm not a fan of those or Two Broke Girls.
Yeah, I think you're right though. I think a lot of people see that a lot of themselves in us. There's a guy who always gets picked on. This guy who's kind of knowledgeable. This guy who makes fun of everybody else.
It's like a relatable character.
Yeah, and they all sit around debating Star Wars and Back to the Future.
Because
So
I feel like guys are doing that at home. I mean, women too. It's
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But people are having those same debates. Like
Geeks.
Yeah.
Geeks are doing that.
Yep.
And we have inherited the earth. I mean, look at Kevin, Joss Whedon, J.J. Abrams. These are the people who they grew up in Spielberg's and Lucas's shadow. And as cool as that is, they forged their own path, and they wanted to, and Kevin said it himself, they wanted to see the movies that they wanted to see. So no one was making them. They went out and they made them themselves. I mean, the Star Trek reboot, and the upcoming Star Wars, continuation. That's what people want to see. Actually, people are clamoring to see his take on it. And when would that have happened? 20 years ago? It wouldn't have. It would have been cookie cutter, and that's it. That's all we had. I mean, not that things aren't a little cookie cutter now, but
but the doors to creative freedom
Right.
are like wide open now. And I think that's what's so amazing.
exactly. I defy you to show me one movie that's exactly like Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, Man of Steel, unfortunately, was a lot like the Avengers, but I mean, what are you gonna do?
Laying the city to waste and stuff blowing up. And,
Stuff blowing up, and you have to blow up that thing, and it's a
alien from outer
portal.
space.
And someone's got to make a sacrifice, and
but it was Superman.
But it was Superman.
It was
I got you.
Superman.
But it's Superman.
Completely different.
What's your take on remakes? Do you guys feel like they're generally well done for the most part, or are there some that you just take exception to?
It goes on a movie by movie basis, or even a comic by comic basis, because I would love to see I've thrown this out there before, and I'll throw it out there again. Marvel should hit the reset button, and I can tell them exactly how to do it. Galactus comes, the ultimate nullifier is about to be used, but it's used by Doom. He's the one who pulls the trigger. Galactus lays waste to the Earth, and then Doom pulls the trigger for the ultimate nullifier. Wipe everything out, and then it's reborn, and you've got pretty much a blank slate to play with. So, exactly. New characters and also old characters with a new twist. So, I always thought they should do that. Always thought they should hire me to do that for them.
Kevin was talking about, he likes to make movies out of his own ideas. And that's part of why he walked away from Green Hornet. If they ever did something like that where it was a reset, would you guys have any interest in going in there and saying, hey, we would like to have our input and how this is done, how this is made, because we feel like we have some great ideas.
I would love to be on editorial. If they ever did that, I'd love to be brought in as like a consultant. Or are you kidding? Are you listening to this, Dan Buckley?
That would be fun. Yeah, to actually oversee everything.
Exactly.
I think there are
wouldn't want to
more talented people.
Exactly. I would
do that.
Get the best writers. I'd grab Kevin. I'd grab Brian. I said, make something up.
Brian.
Yeah, I would. I would have him do something. Bring the Cryptozoic Man to the Marvel sandbox. Or I want to see your take on Man-Thing. Muck encrusted monster. I mean, he's sitting right over there.
Yes.
So we were talking with Kevin about it. He said, this is not my own. And I didn't get a chance to ask him, but I was wondering the same sort of thing. Like, what if you take something that's pre-existing, but you get to further the storyline that hasn't been written yet?
I think that would be really cool. I would love to do that. But editorially, I would love to put the pieces in motion.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the movie business and everything, it was mentioned during the panel that you guys should make an appearance in one of Kevin's next
Moose
films.
Jaws.
Moose
How about
Jaws.
that, huh?
Would you guys be up for that? You guys
Hell
excited
yeah.
about that? But that wouldn't be editorial,
absolutely.
right? You'd be on camera in that.
It's fine. He directs me and I do whatever he says.
That sounds awesome.
I hope I die in an outhouse.